Hello and welcome and happy World Water Loss Day. My name is Will Jernigan.
And I'm David Sayers.
And this is a trailer for the biggest release of 2020.
The new Avengers movie, Will?
No, David, even better.
Oh, the James Bond movie.
Even better than that, David. The AWWA Free Water Audit Software version 6.
Right, I agree. I've been waiting for that one.
That's right. We now have emergency use authorization from the FDA. So on December 4th, which is World Water Loss Day, AWWA is releasing its newest version of the free water audit software. It's kind of like the new iPhone, but even more special because it only happens every 5 or 6 years. The free water audit software, if you haven't heard about it, it's the industry standard tool for conducting the annual water audit. Came out about 15 years ago, and it's now used all over North America and even in other countries in the world. Version 6 represents a pretty major evolution of the tool. It incorporates over 1,000 improvements from user-provided comments. Today we're going to get a quick orientation on the big items that are new, but we're going to leave it to you to download version 6 and get the full experience. I'll share with you that this new software is designed for systems of all sizes, large to small, and for all users, beginner to expert. It's also designed to be both detailed and easy to use at the same time. And it's designed to remove any subjectivity that may have been there in version 5 around the data validity grading feature.
So what's new, Will?
David, I'm glad you asked. Shall we take a peek?
Let's do it.
That sounds great. Take it away.
All right, thanks a lot, Will. There certainly are a lot of new features in version 6 that are going to help streamline the user experience. And I want to demonstrate a couple of those today. Namely the interactive data grading and the new and improved dashboard. To guide us in there, I'll start on the worksheet and I'll enter a value for the build metered component. Instead of selecting a best fit grading as I would have done in previous versions, I'm going to click on the grade button, and that's going to take me over to the new interactive data grading worksheet. Here you'll see that for this audit item, the grading is comprised of a number of kind of granular questions. They're simple and straightforward, and they really help to clarify the practices that are used around the audit item and how the data's generated. You'll see that as I complete out the grading by answering all the questions, my score is generated for this audit input, and it also tells me which values are limiting, so I know where I can go back and focus in order to improve my grade. The navigation at the top of the interactive data grading not only helps me find the component that I need to work with, but it also flags to me if I have some incomplete grading. So anything in white needs my attention. So I forgot to fill out one of the questions here. I'll go back and complete it. Everything turns orange, and that tells me I'm ready to move on. I can go check out the new dashboard. So over in the dashboard, I can see on the top left, my data validity score at 64 puts me towards the upper end of tier 3. I can also follow this link to the loss control planning guide and get some help at a high level to figure out what my next steps may be. Looking down below on the dashboard, I can see the components of non-revenue water expressed in terms of volumes on the left and in terms of financial value on the right. So I can quickly see that real losses is the biggest volume component, and the customer metering inaccuracies drive the financial costs, and that's important to know. Over here on the right hand side, I can see a number of key performance indicators, including some that are brand new in version 6. These not only tell me what the value of my performance indicator is, but it also benchmarks it against validated water audit data from North America, and that's very important. So I can see, for example, for unit apparent losses, my value of 6, as shown by the black line, is a little bit above the median value, whereas for unit real losses, the value is a little bit below the median line. And also new in version 6 is the ability to set your own utility-specific target, as shown by the dotted line, so you can track progress against any targets that you set yourselves. So with that, Will, I don't want to give away any more, and I'll hand it back to you.
Thanks, David. All that looks fantastic. Those are some very powerful new features, especially that fighter jet dashboard. David, I'm betting with such an amazing tool that this is going to be pretty expensive.
Well, I'm glad you're sitting down for this one, Will, because it's actually free. And that's why we call it the free water audit software, thanks to AWWA.
Excellent. Thank you, David. There you have it, folks. We invite you to visit awwa.org/water loss control to access the new software and download it and get to using it. On that site, you'll also find some other helpful resources. One of those resources is a release memo that helps to provide more detail and context around some of these updates that have been important in V6. So as we say at NOL, let's get on it already. Happy water auditing, and we'll see you around.